Having a nooner with Barnhart on WWDB.
Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
You bet your ass.
Ooh.
That's where we are. WWDB.
In Las Vegas, where you can bet and lose your ass.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. And a good afternoon to everybody. Good afternooner, I should say.
Having a nooner with Barnhart.
Oh, well, you're going to sing it. You can do better than the ones we got.
There you go.
They're our sister singers.
Baby sassy.
Huh? The sassy sister singers.
Mm-hmm.
We are on radio, by the way. This is a radio broadcast, but we are broadcasting also on YouTube
Yes, we are.
and also our own WWDB.
Yes, we are.
So people can archive the show if they decide they don't want to listen live, which we are.
Right.
Live in Las Vegas.
Live in Las Vegas.
And our home base. And people can archive or tell their friends about it if they want to.
This is what's the best thing about WWDB, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting.
Yep.
Everything we do is kept in digital format. So if you miss the show, like Don just said, but you really want to listen or watch it, you go to the archives right on the website, click on whichever one of the episodes you'd like to see, and here we are, at your convenience. It's a wonderful thing. We want you to listen to us live, but if you can't,
I
go to the archives.
don't care.
Check it out.
They'll either watch us or look at us or they'll do something.
Well, so far we're getting good feedback.
We are?
Yeah.
Whom?
People in Florida. I got people in Michigan, people in California.
So if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have anybody.
No, I know. You're getting good feedback, too. I see what's on your page.
that's
Yeah,
a
you
lot
are.
That's a lot of crap. It's 3 minutes past the hour. I'm Don Lewis Barnhart. We have John Stiles, our executive producer. He's on camera and does the editing for us. Puts all the nice green things in the background.
He does.
And, and we have some surprises today coming up. And we have Ryan Silva, who is sitting over there.
Does
Hi,
he
Ryan.
look nice today?
He looks wonderful today. And why the dress up? Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Okay.
All right, good. Was that fine? Did I do the right thing?
You can learn this. You can learn this, Don.
Well, shoot. I can direct, but as far as, being on the radio and trying to do all this kind of stuff is...
The radio where he started.
WWDB. Around the World Weather.
Did I introduce you?
No.
No.
Look,
Diana,
if they don't know by now.
Diana, well, exactly, all those listeners that we have. Diana Doodah McLean is sitting over here,
Hey, y'all.
and she's got some things to report on. It's kind of a hard thing today, I believe, to my feeling, on the tragedies that just happened. I know you're going to do a little point of view later on
Right.
about that, but I mean, watching it yesterday or last night, it's pretty hard to come in and try to be funny.
It is.
And you're gonna touch on that because
I am.
there is a cultural difference that's going on.
Yes, there
And
is.
I'm anxious to hear that later
Okie doke.
on. The weather, I'm not a weatherman. Everybody probably can figure that out. And I'm not going to sit and pretend. But we like to go around the world because we are WW, Worldwide, DB. And here in Las Vegas, you're going to burn your buns off. It's 109 degrees today. Will be. What?
That's the sound of the egg on the sidewalk sizzling.
I thought you had to go.
I already did that before we started the show.
It's going to be 100.
Sorry.
Sorry, you set me right up, kid.
Okay.
It's 106 tomorrow, Sunday 106. So bring your water wings and make sure you wear them at Lake Mead because, it's dangerous out there. In Atlanta, it's 89 degrees today, 87 tomorrow. Detroit, where you're from, it's going to be 79, 60 low. Chicago. Now, why they have such a strong gun control in Chicago, but people are being killed on a daily basis there, and nobody says anything.
It just breaks my heart. And you know what makes me mad? And then I go off on a rant, and it's hard to find the funny, but I agree with you. It's wrong in too many ways.
Well, I mean, if you have that many thousands of kids getting killed,
Yep.
and all these people, these pontificators of their, status as far as legislators and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how they get away with it. I really don't. Anyway, and let's go around the world a bit. If you're in Amsterdam,
Yes.
Yeah, a bowl of peace, please.
Please.
It's going to be 68 degrees, cool. 59 as a low. Berlin, which is about, what, 9 hours or 8 hours? 9. Well, you can speak up, Ryan.
It is 9.
Very good, 9 hours.
9.
9.
9. That's for the Berlin folk. Listen, where was I?
We were in Berlin.
Oh, well, then that's 9. I kind of lost track. I guess that's what happens when you stop in Amsterdam. If you go to Amsterdam first,
We had a
Don't go to
bowl before we
Amsterdam
had
first.
we had the bowl before we had the Stein.
well, I mean, if you go there and then you drop down to Berlin, that's my problem.
What a trip.
Yeah, London is 68 degrees today. Tokyo, Hassel.
Hi.
Oh, very good. Oh, you white man with slanted eyes. Oh. What is it going to be? Tokyo is 79
It's gonna
degrees.
be a lawsuit if you don't cut it out.
I welcome a lawsuit. I don't
Because we
care.
would have notoriety.
We could.
We'd be a YouTube sensation, even bigger than we are now. Go Don!
Let's do the show. Let's do the show naked. Oh, that's not
No,
gonna
they don't want to see that.
Well, that'll get us sued. In Paris, and probably not going to want to dwell too much on that. In Paris, it is 74 degrees today expected, 77 tomorrow. And we really put our thoughts and hearts out to those folks that suffered through that tragedy yesterday. I mean, it was terrible.
I was looking at the paper this morning, reading the article about it, and they, of course, had to have the photograph of the body of the child covered with the blanket
It's in
and
the
the
paper.
doll.
It's in the paper today, too.
Yeah, the doll laying next to the child. And I swear to you, I can't look at that. I just can't. They were saying that the aftermath, that there were just broken bodies littered everywhere.
Now, here's my theory on the media.
Okay.
That child that was killed,
Yes.
lying there with a sheet or covering,
Right.
with the doll
Right.
that could have been placed there by the camera person,
Could have been.
which is now turned into what I would call a Pulitzer Prize photo kind of thing.
Staging.
So yeah, and they do it all the time. And I'm not saying that person did,
Right.
but I mean, it's pretty convenient to have the child there, and we all know it's a child.
Right.
And then somebody runs in there with a doll. Now, I'm just conspiracy theorist?
Theorist.
Huh?
Because think about it, if the child was hit and probably thrown a distance from the impact, how did that doll land
Well,
right
that's my
next
point.
to that
And
child?
I'm sorry to bring that out. I'm sure it's probably wrong.
Yeah.
But
It's heartbreaking no matter how you look at
Yeah.
it. It's just heartbreaking.
okay, off of that.
Okay.
I'm not a weatherman, so we just fool around with this kind of stuff, just trying to be a smartass. I've tried it. I was in Pasco, Washington in my disc jockey days. Somebody talked me into being the weather person.
Did it rain a lot there?
No,
No?
not in Pasco.
Okay.
That's mid state.
Okay.
It's like the Tri-Cities area, Kennewick, and what was the other one, Ryan?
Richland?
Where?
Richland, I believe it was.
Yeah, keep that microphone on, so would you please?
Sure.
Okay. God, I mean, everybody wants to be on the radio or television, but Ryan shuts his microphone off. I don't care if you're dressed well or not, okay? So, 8 minutes past the hour, you're listening to Don Lewis Barnhart on Bring It On with Barnhart. Oh, and by the way, phone lines are open. If you want to bring it on, you got a problem, you got something you want to criticize and or compliment, we don't care. Whatever it is, you can call, and if you're calling from out of the country, there is a special number to dial before you dial the number. The phone
Country code, right?
Right, and I don't have that, so I can't help you. But our number here is 702-685-8380. 702-685-8380. I'm sitting here doing this, okay?
Why?
Well, I don't know why. Because that shows
God,
you
look
that...
at you, my pretty, and
Yeah,
your
well,
little
I know
dog,
it looks.
too.
It looks like I'm nervous, and I keep watching Channel 3 NBC affiliate here.
Okay.
And there's a guy on there, and I can't think of his name. He's a good-looking guy, blonde hair. He's got the nighttime report.
Okay.
And he's constantly just messing around with his fingers.
And look at what he's got you doing now.
Well, I know that, and
Well, it's contagious.
I can maybe go
Stop
down
it.
and get a job.
Maybe you could.
Hey.
Hey!
Let's see. You're going to be doing something on the France thing.
well-
Next week, we do a little Flashback Fridays, And next week, I'm going to feature Ringo Starr on a show I worked on with him. Not a big deal, just something that I thought maybe you'd kind of be appreciative of. Comedy break with Mac and Jamie, and I'm going to be talking to Jamie coming up this week. So that'll be kind of fun. And I got a pet peeve going on here too. Why don't we have tougher laws for people who mess around and hurt dogs and cats and things like that? We have the weak laws about that. And I mean, why? How do you get those laws raised so that it almost becomes like killing a person, like a felony or something like that?
I guess you have to petition your councilman, your congressman, your whoever, in order to get that legislative.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but John raised
He raised
his
his
finger.
hand.
Excuse me, I'm raising my Kleenex.
Here's the tricky situation,
What?
okay?
Okay.
Let's say that we enact a law that makes it a felony to
Yep.
kill an animal.
Okay.
All right. What happens to the food industry?
The
Are
dog
you-
food
are-
industry?
are-
Cows, lambs, turkeys.
You mean to make the dog food? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm saying because we kill animals to eat them.
That's one thing.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. That's what you get into when you start making laws, changing laws, or whatever. You have to be very, very careful
Well-
and very specific.
Okay, well, okay. There's a little
So-
lambsy divey walking over there. I'm hungry. Boom, the little lambsy divey is gone. But if you abuse an
You should have to eat it.
well, that's okay with me in front of a million people watching you chow down on something that you just destroyed.
No. The animal abusers, I agree 100%.
Okay, that's all.
Depube them.
I thought perhaps you were
No,
fighting
I'm
me
ju-
on it, and there goes your executive producer stripes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I love John.
Yeah, wait till I
make him
start
mad.
editing.
Huh?
So don't make you mad. Just don't make him mad.
Everybody's
I'm
fired.
keeping
Get
a
outta
low
here.
profile today.
All right. Okay, let's go to this.
It's Hot Pics of the Week
Yep.
on WWDB.
I think I teased something for you about what you're going to come up with, and I was going to suggest you open your mouth and tell us what that was on that last little segment, and I just rolled right past you.
Well, I'm going to give you a tease about the To Your Health segment, and the tease is what men really want you to know.
About women?
About themselves.
Oh.
What they really wish women would understand about them.
Why don't we just kill all the other stuff and get right to it? I mean, we'll just jump right in there.
No, it's a tease. I'm saving it for later.
That's the way I want to be teased. Okay.
That's one. Never mind. I don't want to give anything away.
All right,
Okay.
you're up.
I'm up. Okay, my hot pick. I probably touched on this a little bit before about they don't make them like they used to, on people and appliances. Okay, I gotta stop it. So I have this washer and dryer combo that I bought because
I'm not even going there, John.
No, see what I see.
Diesel
You
powered
see?
now.
No, I had this washer and dryer combo that were very high end, high efficiency, blah, 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 and didn't clean the clothes for anything or dry them. So we got rid of them. We got a tried and true national brand washer dryer combination that I'm having a score of problems with. I can't wash a load of rugs without the thing shimmying and stopping dead, and I have to start it up again because it's out of balance. And then I got the dryer that won't stop.
Are these part of the things that men like to know about?
No, but this is my hot picks. And guess what? I probably could have avoided this problem if we had gone with the upgraded models. Of
course.
I went and did the upgraded thing and had two things I didn't like, so now I got the basic things and I don't like them either. So there's always a cost to pay. So you got the upgrade that we didn't do for the washer and dryer,
Buy the Ferrari.
and now I'm paying for it. What it was, my grandmother used to say something about pay now or cry later, something like that. Anyway, so you
Can we get Grandma on the phone?
I wish I could. Hey, Grandma. So we supersize fast food meals. Yes, we pay for an upgrade with that, right? And we pay extra fees to upgrade our airline tickets. Because if you book a regular flight, your knees are right up into the seat in front of you, right? So for $50 more, you can have 4 inches more of space. How do you like that? But now you can upgrade your mammogram. Can you believe this?
Really?
I found out yesterday.
It's a
no,
D
it
cup
doesn't
now.
come. No.
Is that the Ferrari?
No. So I go to get my annual smashogram done, and it was
Shoot, I could have done that.
everybody I know saying I could have done that for cheaper. But I go to get my
Oh, no,
annual.
it would have cost you a lot of money.
No, most
No, it
guys
would
would
have
do it
cost you
for
a lot of
free.
Well,
And
Okay,
dignity.
so I go to get my annual smashogram done, and because it's the annual, and the insurance company picks up the tab for it, right? So here's this huge advertisement at the medical imaging place talking about 3D mammography and how it's better than 2D mammography because it does this and it does that. I'm like, whatever. So I go up there to sign in. She says, so did you want to upgrade? And I went, why? Well, 3D is better and it catches 40% more cancers and there's no chance of a shadow being misinterpreted and you having to come back for additional tests, and it's only $50 more. But your insurance company won't pay for it because it's an upgrade. They'll pay for the basic. So what, me having just gone through 8.5 months of cancer treatment, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, well, gee, I probably ought to get the better test because who wants to take a chance on something being missed? And I'm thinking, oh my God, they're doing it to us now. Because if you don't pay the extra $50 and get the 3D instead of the 2D and you end up with breast cancer, whose fault is it? You, because you cheaped out and you didn't pay for the upgraded test.
Well, you could have had the 1D.
Trust me, I'd be happy with any kind of a D.
Good. It's 17 minutes. Are you done?
Yes, I am now.
Good. Let's hear some music. This is one of my very favorite country western singers. And I discovered him, I don't know, late in life because he started out in 75. And I got a hold of him, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I started.
Okay.
And when I heard him on, the music stations that I play around with, I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite songs. And I hope you like it too. It's going to be, you're going to see him sing his song.
It was all I could do, keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. And you don't have to call me Waylon Jennings. And you don't have to call me Charlie Pride. And you don't have to call me Merle Haggard anymore. Even though you're on my fighting side. And I'll hang around long as you will let me. I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even called me by my name. Well, a friend of mine named Steve Goodman wrote that song. He told me it was the perfect country and western song. I wrote him back a letter and I told him it was not the perfect country and western song because it hadn't said anything at all about mama, or trains, or trucks, or prisons, or getting drunk. Well, he wrote another verse to the song and he sent it to me, and after reading it I realized that my friend had written the perfect country and western song. I felt obliged to put it out as my third record. The last verse went like this. I was drunk day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain. But before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a damn old train. And I'll hang around long as you will let me. I never minded standing in the rain. No, you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me. Wonder why you don't call me. Why don't you ever call me by my name?
If you don't love that kind of singing, I have nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so funny.
I know.
And so wonderfully, and he mimics George Jones and all of them, Merle Haggard. David Allan Coe is his name. He's been around a long time, and he writes some lyrics that are not necessarily family-oriented, but you can tune them up. David Allan Coe, one of my favorites.
WWDB Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, and it's about 23 minutes past the hour.
Already.
Yes, and we're going to do another Flashback Friday.
Flashback Friday on WWDB. Time now for Flashback Friday, where we go back, way back.
Now, this story is about Sophia Loren, and you can see pictures probably here where she's wearing a very beautiful, off-the-shoulder, beautiful dress.
And they don't make them like that anymore either.
Boy, they certainly don't. And she's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting up there, so am I. And nobody cares about that because she still holds that beauty.
Yes.
Whatever she's done, I have no idea.
It works. That's all that
But
matters.
she's great. But the story I have, I was working a TV award show, and she was one of the guests, presenters of an award.
Right.
The show I can't remember because all I remember is Sophia Loren. And I'm standing. Well, duh. Yeah, and I'm standing backstage. And the runners that would bring the talent to me, I was stage manager, on one side of the stage, and on the other side was somebody else doing something else. And so she comes walking around this little cubicle of black sort of velour curtain stuff with one light over us. And I had a podium and I had my script and stuff. And the hosts of the show were out on stage. And she comes around, and I turned and I saw her like that, as close as we are. Now I'm eye to eye with this lady, and she said, and by the way, she had two bodyguards with her, big guys, bruisers. I don't think this, but but you can get the idea.
Right.
Dressed in their tuxedos and little teeny bow ties. They're standing behind her. Now my eyes are right into her eyes, and I'm flabbergasted. I mean, I'm a punk kid at those days, and I'm looking at her like, and the gown was just gorgeous. Makeup was fine, and she said, "Excuse me, what is your name?" And I said, "My name is Don." "Oh, well, nice to meet you, Don." I said, "Thank you, Miss Loren." "No, you can call me Sophia." "Okay, well." And so I said, "Well," she said, what would you like me to do?" I said, "Well, I didn't want to answer that question." But I buttoned my lip, did that.
Love the sound effects.
Well, and then I leaned out, and I said, "See that mark way over there on that stage?"
Way over there.
Yeah, about middle stage.
Okay.
And I said, "See that mark?" It was a kind of an X thing, white tape. Back in the days before they could afford painters, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, she said yes. I said, "Well, can you see that clearly?" And she goes, "Yes."
Oh.
And I'm looking right down her tits. I mean, I can't help it. And
Were the Goombas looking at you, looking right down her?
I looked at them.
Oh.
And she knew what she did. I mean, she knew that she kind of overextended herself, and she was a little embarrassed, but she was a class act.
Okay.
The guys, however, they looked at me like,
Don't even think about it.
"Don't even go there, son." I mean, don't even try to even think anything about it.
Because it will poke your eyes out of your head.
No kidding. And so that was the end of that. And she went on her way when I cued her out, and she went out there. And then the guys looked at me when she's gone. They looked at me and they stepped up maybe a half step. I don't know. I couldn't. I was scared to death. And the guys went, and they laughed.
Oh.
They just broke up. Not loud because of the audience,
Well, yeah.
but they laughed. And I said, "Okay."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That broke the tension.
Yes, it did. 27 minutes past the hour. You got a couple of things here. How's your medical situation? We talked about it during the show. You said you were going through that.
I'm doing some tests and follow-ups and waiting for another one. And so far, so good. I'm just waiting for some results. That's all. That's what's going on. Blood work, all kinds of stuff, yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for some results too, but I can't divulge them on the radio or on the TB.
On the TB?
No.
Yeah, but I'm doing good. I'm doing better.
Good.
At least I hope I am. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for confirmation. So
Okay. All
we'll
right.
have a party once I get it. We'll party. But my
I'm sorry. What was that
We'll
again?
have a party once I get the confirmation. We're going to have a party.
John, did you hear that? Ryan, did you hear this? We
Party.
Gonna hold you to that.
party.
Party all day and all
Man,
night.
27 past the hour. Finished up here, kid.
Okay, so I'm finishing up. This is 18 secrets guys wish you knew in the To Your Health segment. I'm not going to do all 18 of them.
Well, no, wait a minute. This is what we talked about before. You said you want to let us know what we want to know.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then you guys can tell me if this is right or wrong. My source for this was WebMD. They pushed me these very interesting articles, but here's some things. Men want you to know that they say I love you with their actions, not necessarily with their words. So if they're fixing the leaky pipe under the sink, if they're taking the trash out without being asked, that's the same as saying I love you, dear. So ladies, stop nagging.
Hold on one second.
Please taking notes.
No. I had 4 marriages.
I know.
And a lot of my times they told me I had to say the words.
Oh.
And I even fixed the doggone plumbing naked. It didn't do a word. It didn't do anything.
You showed them your plumber's crack and it still didn't do anything?
I did. Yeah.
Shh.
I should have said the words.
You
Maybe.
married the wrong 4 women.
Yes, I did.
I'm telling you.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do?
But men take commitment seriously. Here's the deal. Men have a reputation.
Busted my nuts, didn't you?
Men have a reputation for being afraid to commit.
Yes,
But
that's
the
true.
evidence suggests that they take marriage seriously.
Yep.
Anybody want to chime in on that one?
I
Maybe
would.
you did, but I guess they didn't.
Well, I just didn't do the right things. I tried.
Okay.
I was very giving.
Okay.
I said the words.
Yeah.
And
No. It says in a survey of currently married men, 90% say they would marry the same woman again. See, I knew that was going to happen. Men need time for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You want women to know that you need time for yourselves.
as well as women need time for themselves.
While shared activities are important, men also need time for themselves. Whether your guy enjoys golf, gardening, or working out at the gym, encourage him to pursue his hobbies, unless, of course, it's the pursuit of other women. But they need time to themselves. So women, you need to be aware of that. And again, stop nagging them when they want to go on a motorcycle ride with their friends. It's not nice. Cut it out. Men let go faster than women do.
If you talk to me that way, if we were married, we'd have an issue.
What? I just told the women to stop nagging and to let you guys do what you want.
That's circles. It's a 180.
Okay, so men let go faster than women do, which means they get over an argument a lot faster than the woman does. She holds on to it for 15, 20 years.
And that's why the guy never gets laid, because, that's why he has
Do you
to...
remember what you said to me 364 days ago in 12 hours and 13 minutes? You bastard. See, cut it out. Let it go. Let it go. Men think about sex a lot. We don't need WebMD to tell us that.
Go figure.
They think about it a lot. Men under the age of 60 think about sex at least once a day.
What?
Right, so
Once a day?
men under 60. Men over 60 think about it twice a day, right?
No.
No?
Does day qualify as 24 hours?
Spiral up.
Spiral upwards. Okay, he's saying several times, they're saying at least once a day.
Oh,
So-
wait. They said at least.
Oh, at least.
At
oh,
least. Okay, that clarifies it. So
least.
I'm okay with that then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Men fantasize about sex nearly twice as often as women do, and their fantasies are much more varied. Surprise! Look at
Variety
any
is the
porno
spice
flick
of
and
life.
you can see any number of scenarios that they think about. But then, even though they think about it a lot, guys aren't always up for sex.
Well, that's true.
They're not always in the mood.
Well, when you get older,
Okay.
I go to my urologist, and he's doing all whatever they check for the prostate cancer.
Right.
That's a killer, by the way, in more ways than one.
I know.
I'm not being funny. I mean,
know.
that's a lot of men have died from
I know.
prostate cancer, and the ones who are still here,
Right.
moi,
Moi.
that you try to get, hey, doc, can you do anything?
Yeah.
He says, me or the nurse?
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
there you- Go ahead.
So, anyway.
we got to go. We got to
Okay,
get up.
we're done. Bye. Okay, that's
Okay.
it. Not all 18, but there you go.
There's no
Yeah, hey.
business like show business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow.
Hi. It's me again with your entertainment report. So the resource we use more often than not is the weekly Neon magazine in the Las Vegas Review-Journal newspaper. It's terrific.
John is looking at me going back, and I can see on his face that he's still thinking about how many times he thinks about sex during the day.
I'm counting.
Oh my God!
What are you, up to 12 now?
How many minutes are there in an hour?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
It's okay, but this is what women need to know about men. It's okay. There you go.
Well, there you go.
It's fine. So here we are in Las Vegas. Lots of things to do and see when you're here. One of our treasures here in town is a performer by the name of Clint Holmes, and he's been in Vegas for a bajillion years. He's actually opening up a new show, and it's at the Palazzo, and it's 10 p.m. on Saturdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Crazy ticket prices. Are you guys still at?
No, we're off of that. I was trying to think about, give me an order of Palazzo, please.
Palazzo. I have some Palazzo, please. I have a pair of pants that are Palazzo pants, but that's never mind.
That's another story.
It's a whole other
Poor
story.
Harvey.
Stop!
How many is a Brazilian?
All right.
Go ahead.
See the fantasies. See, they're just, it's never off. Okay. Anyway, he's got a great show, and a lot of it has to do with his style. He's very stylistic in the way he presents, even standard songs, the way he interprets them and stuff, and that's what he's famous for, and he would be worth your watch.
He's at, what, the Smith?
He is.
No.
He was at the Smith
Oh,
Center.
he's going to the Palazzo.
He's now going to the Palazzo,
Got you,
and
I
he's
missed
going to
that.
have a show 4 nights a week: Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. Tickets are $42.65 to $75.35.
You brought up something last week, John.
Yes.
Where all those little change things, when you have your ticket prices.
Yes.
And they're like change, like
Yes.
25 cents or 3 cents or whatever. You said that it was has to do with the taxes.
Yes.
To even out the monies.
If you take the tax rate here in Nevada and you add it to that tax, that whatever that price is, it brings it up to an even number. I did the research.
Well, it gives people like us a way to mock of them.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, it would be smart to say it's $75 including tax, but no, they put these funny prices in there, and then I get to make fun of them.
Well,
So
it costs a lot of money to add a thing on your pay.
yeah.
That's why they won't do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, another oldie but a goodie. Judy Collins, 77 years old and still performing. And she is at the Santa Fe station tonight, and it's at 7 o'clock.
Ooh.
She is in the Chrome showroom, and tickets are $29.50 to $51.50. She would be worth the go. And also tonight, Boston and Dennis DeYoung are playing in downtown Las Vegas Event Center, 8 o'clock, $49.50 to $125 for the tickets. That would be rocking the house tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have yoga on the link, on the High Roller link. The big Ferris wheel thing. You can actually take yoga instruction there and find your center
What?
550 feet above the strip.
Wait a minute. We just got rid of a couple of people that got caught with a tryst.
I'm not talking about the hot yoga, which
Well,
that qualifies for. I'm talking about...
Well, there's 2 people up there that got busted for having sex.
I know, and the guy died. Not from that, but from something else. Just clarifying that. He did. The dude died. He went home and he died.
If you go on the high roller, kids, and you're going to try to pull something off, just beware. They're looking for you.
Yeah.
Now, this came out not too long back, and of course, all the security people now are just, they're watching.
Or
Of course,
they're... Here, give me 20 and I'll look the other way.
No, well, they could do that too, but they also, you got to remember, they're saving that videotape to take home.
Yeah, because they have things to fantasize about because they think about sex at least
25 times a day.
25 times
All
a
right.
day.
Go ahead.
Other thing, real quick, the new Ghostbusters movie. I read the review by Christopher Lawrence of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, and it really didn't seem to encourage me to go and see the movie, but he gave it a B-.
Was he drunk?
I don't know. I really don't know. He spent
Unbelievable.
most of his review panning the movie and talking about what was so bad about it, and then he gave it a B-. So who paid him for that? Because
Well,
if it's that bad, then it gets a C or a D.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
So anyway, and then there's other fun things to do. Be in town over the next couple of weeks, but
What?
well, tonight you can go see Bill Maher Tonight and tomorrow night.
Oh, my
you
old
can
buddy
see
Bill Maher. We talked about Bill
He's
Maher
at-
last week.
Yes, we did. He's at the Mirage tonight and tomorrow night. 70s Soul Jam with the Stylistics, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. They're at the Cannery tomorrow. That's a lot of fun. Next week, Duran Duran is at Mandalay Bay and Jefferson Starship is the Golden Nugget. That's on Friday night. And next Saturday night, Blood, Sweat, and Tears is out at the Silverton. Gladys Knight, oh, I love her. She's out at Prim Valley Resort.
I used to be a pip.
I'll bet you were. Tim Allen is at the Mirage. He's a hilarious dude. And Trace Adkins is at the Orleans. He'll also be there July 31st. So that's some fun stuff coming up this weekend and next weekend.
Okay, I got a couple of things to drop in on you.
Okay.
Dennis Miller, which is one of my favorite comedians
I
of
love him.
all time.
I love him.
On the shows on Bill O'Reilly's thing, he gets, Bill thinks he's funny. Bill thinks he's funny.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller, we know is funny.
Yes, he is very funny.
Billy Boy thinks he's funny, and he tries to chime in when Dennis is going for a point.
Yes.
Going for a what we call a
Well, he
blow-up.
overtalks everybody.
Well, of course he does. What?
Like I just did. Sorry, I'm going to get in
No.
trouble after the camera stops.
No. But I mean, Dennis Miller is terrific, and on his live shows or when he does his HBO specials,
Yes.
I mean, you can't top him.
Do you follow him on Facebook?
I have done.
Is he in your newsfeed? He's hilarious. He
Yeah, he
posts
is.
several times a day. He's hilarious.
And also, he's up against Ron White, who is another funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Ron White drinks.
Yes.
He smokes his cigars. My hero.
On
Yeah.
stage?
Yeah,
They
right. on.
let them do that
Oh, yeah.
still?
Oh, sure.
I love Vegas.
The Dean Martin.
Well, I mean, Ron White is very, very funny, and he gets a little toasted toward the end of his deals, but that's okay. That's him, and
Okay.
his run at being a comedian is.
And where's he playing?
Let's see. He's at the Terry Factor Theater at the Mirage.
Oh, okay.
Terry Fader.
Terry Fader?
Did I say Factor?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was
so
my
you
fault.
had Bill O'Reilly on the brain.
No,
The
I
Factor.
got these stupid glasses.
Hello?
Huh? And also, what did you say? What was the other comedian?
Dennis Miller, Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Yeah.
So you got three comedians in town. Man, if you can't find something that you like that's funny,
No kidding.
no kidding.
No kidding.
Also, at the just a quick thing about Idaho.
That's funny.
That, well, they say that's and they're trying to go to Broadway, which means that if they get a good response and backers, they will be heading toward.
And they can say that they did it here first.
Now, Don, I don't realize what a beautiful segue you made from Ron White to the play Idaho.
What?
Do you know what Ron White's nickname is?
Spud?
Potato?
Tater salad.
Really?
Have you ever heard the bit that he does about getting stopped by the cops and wanted to know, do you have any,
Yeah.
also known as? And he goes, yes, they call me Tater Salad.
Oh,
So nice segue.
well, thank you. Well, I wasn't conscious of it.
Well, if you'd have kept quiet, nobody would have known that and would have thought you were brilliant.
Well, that's the whole thing
And now
about
you've
being,
confirmed it.
Now, see, that's the whole thing about being on the television. And 20 minutes before the hour,
It is.
nobody's called in. I didn't expect anybody to call.
Oh, I forgot to plug
You know,
the phones
I need to-
in.
You what? You forgot.
know what?
Now who's the numbskull?
To our loyal listeners and viewers, we got to fix this. We got to get you guys to call in because we really do want to hear from you.
Well, no, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Nobody cares.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. It's 19 minutes before the hour. See, has anybody called in?
Not
they don't
yet.
care. Well, they don't care.
Yes, they do.
I just want you to bring it on. That's all. That's why we call the program "Bring It On" with Barnhart.
That's why we call it that.
That's why we call it that.
Okay.
And the number. What is the number? Oh, I know what it
Uh,
is.
d-
702-685-8380.
Thank you. Phew.
Why don't we do this? Why
Call
don't we put
now.
that? Why don't we just either tattoo it on my forehead or put it right across the top there, the phone number?
All right, where's that magic marker?
Huh?
We need to get a whiteboard for.
We need to get a lot
Ryan.
more stuff than that. And
Flashback Friday on WWDB. Time now for Flashback Friday, where we go back, way back.
this is another little story. A little story about Robert Blake and Beretta.
Oh, yeah.
It was a turning point. Actually, this is true. It was a turning point in my career.
Okay.
I was working on the Beretta show. I was a second assistant director, which is the lowest form of the directorial team. because
It's just a step on the ladder of success.
well, you know, you have to look at it that way. But it was 18-hour days. It was awful. I worked for Universal, and Beretta was done there.
Right.
But they would go on locations, and so you had to go to the studio. You had to get all the extras and the atmosphere people, and you had to sign them all in and get them into makeup and hair and whatever. Get them on the bus and take them all the way 50 miles to another location.
Okay.
And you know, that was my job, as herding all these people.
Oh, God.
And it was a good experience because I got to learn about what they are involved in.
Okay.
So that when I was actually directing, then I kind of understood their plight. You know, atmosphere people, or people call them extras, they will, you know, sit around all day long and then maybe get to the scene where they're in. So
I
anyway-
actually did that.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I thought I saw you somewhere, did I? And that's how I knew
May
you.
have.
Could have.
Could have. I was one of those atmosphere people.
Yeah, well, I call them atmosphere or background, but the bad people call them extras, which I find demeaning. Anyway,
Yes.
so I'm on the set, and I was there 2 weeks, terrible hours, and I just had gotten what do you call it?
Custody?
Thank you, because my wife and I had decided that he could come and live with me.
Right.
He was about 12, 13 years old. And I went, and I was gone 18 hours a day. A lot of it was terrible.
Yeah, it's hard to raise a son when you're not home.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought about that a great deal. And so when Beretta, Mr. Blake, came up to me toward the end of my 2-week run, he said, I really like what you're doing. And he had hundreds of, seemed like hundreds, a lot of these wino guys in his bar scenes and stuff.
Right.
And my job was to get them all organized, put them in there, and give them background information, and, you know, almost like direct them.
Okay.
And he put his arm around my shoulders, and then he said, I'd really like to have you stay with me on the show. And I said, well, that's very nice of you. Thank you. But I want to direct, and I don't think that I'm going to have an opportunity. He says, oh, no. He said, I will groom you to be a director. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm thinking about
Chance
this.
of a lifetime.
And I said, but I'm offered another show. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to take it. He says, what's the show? And I said, it's Mork and Mindy. And
How
he
could you
said,
pass that up.
well, he didn't know. He said, Mork and Mindy, what's that?
Right.
I said, well, Robin Williams, a stand-up comedian out of San Francisco, and we've talked about this on Flashback Friday.
Right.
He's going to come in and do a sitcom, and it's going to be lesser hours, and I can take care of my son, I think, to my betterment, to his betterment. And Robert took his hand off my shoulder,
Ooh.
and he said, who's going to watch that show? This is Beretta.
Well, la-ti-da.
And I went, well, okay. And he said, well, good luck. And so the next week, then I went over and signed the papers and became
Right.
an assistant director on Mork and Mindy. And then I say that was my turning point because I certainly worked out well for me, money-wise and
Right.
experience-wise, and working with some pretty top people.
Right.
But getting off that 18-hour deal was a blessing.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
And to this day, my son looks at me and does this.
No, you
No, I'm
don't do that to your dad, do you?
No, he's going to Afghanistan
Again.
with his battle comics. He's
I
going,
love that he does that.
Well-
That is so cool.
Well, he's doing well.
Talk
and
about finding the funny in the most unlikely places.
Time now for Lady Duda.
From the producer's point of view.
Okay, you're up.
So speaking of finding the funny in the most unlikely places, I just have to ask this question, and I really don't mean this in a snide or dismissive way, but can't we all just get along? I'm walking the dog this morning, and I come upon this little group of ducklings. I'm not kidding you. I actually took a picture of it. It's this little yellow duckling, and it was huddled in with 3 or 4 little black ducklings. And they didn't give a crap that their feathers were a different color. They were huddled together for safety
It's funny.
underneath this bush, and they were just hanging out and protecting each other. And I looked at that and I thought to myself, that's just as simple as you can get, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking about that as I'm taking my walk. I'm thinking about all the stuff that's happening right now. Black Lives Matter is supposed to be staging a day of rage today, and they've got 37 cities targeted for all of these uprisings and all this other stuff. And then you've got what happened in Nice, France with the terrorists that mowed down 84 people are now dead from this huge van that was driven, just piled into these crowds of people, just to kill as many people as they possibly could. I don't understand that. Okay, so you got that going on. You got this going on. You got some crazy guy in Panaca, Nevada, which has got like 300 people in it, mad at a former coworker, and so he blew up his house. Blew up this coworker's house over a lost job last year. Warned the wife and kids to get out, blew it up, ends up killing himself. All this hate in the world, and I don't understand this. I really don't understand it. So I'm thinking about all of these things, and I'm thinking, are we getting too used to this kind of stuff? Like, you know, when we get together every week and we have our meeting before the show, and now it's kind of like, instead of, hey, what do you think about them Bears, or what do you think about them Lakers, it's like, hey, what do you think about the latest terrorist attack? It's like almost becoming commonplace, and it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. So we're paying attention to what's going on, and it's troublesome. We feel badly about all of these things that are happening. But then you've got this group of people that are not tuned into any of this stuff, because what are they doing? They're playing Pokemon Go. They got this, and I actually should have brought in the props, because my son came upon this box from when he was a kid with all these Pokemon characters and Pokemon cards. So this is what's happening with these distracted people. We're tuned in, we're hooked up, we know what's going on, we're troubled by all this, and then you have these idiots that are walking around with their smartphones. And they got this game loaded on it. And two of these idiots walked right off of a cliff in San Diego on Wednesday. They're watching their screens and they're trying to find this character. They're not paying any mind to any of the warning signs. Off the cliff they go. One goes first, and the other one's not paying attention, and he goes off the cliff too. This is Friday, and they're both still in the hospital. I don't understand.
They lived?
They lived.
Oh.
They lived to tell the tale and to be ridiculed and mocked, at least for this news cycle. So there they go. They're distracted. They probably don't know anything about anything. Black Lives Matter, the terrorist attack in France. They don't know about the idiot in Panaca, but they're chasing these imaginary characters, and they're walking off of cliffs.
That's why I wish I was a duck.
Why?
To go back to your original start of the stories.
There you go.
I mean, that duck is well taken care of, I'm sure.
With their
Quack Lives
friends.
Matter.
Quack like, oh, that was awesome.
Very good,
I
John.
love it when you quip. That
was
was a
that
good
Ryan?
quip. That was
John
Ryan.
trying to steal credit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I just heard. I didn't.
Quack Lives Matter. You are so smart. Ding, ding,
Oh.
ding, ding. Ryan gets a prize.
And he's dressed.
He is too. You know what? Nothing like a sharp-dressed man. Didn't ZZ Top do a song about that? Everybody's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
Something about Elvira, too.
Unless you're going to be walking off a cliff staring at your
There
phone.
you go. Are you done?
I am now. I can be.
Well, we
I will
should.
be. Oh, we almost have to wrap up. And that was this week's producer's point of view.
Okay.
Okay.
Good one.
Okay, thanks.
It's hard to be funny, and you are funny when you getting into this two guys going over a cliff.
Over a cliff.
I mean, I had to laugh when I read that.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt bad that somebody got hurt, but not for watching their phones. I
I'm
mean, that's
telling you.
stupid.
And then on a
telling you.
cliffhanger.
He's on fire today.
Why don't you come up here? Let me run that equipment. It's 10 minutes before the hour. We got time to wrap it up a bit.
We do.
And we are going to be talking. This is the time that every time I want to talk about my own stuff, I can talk about how stupid I am or what an idiot, but I don't like to, like I'm humping books. You know what I mean? I mean, O'Reilly does it like off. What does he care? He's trying to sell his stuff. He makes $1 billion, and all these other guys come on the show to plug their stuff.
Okay.
To sit here and talk about my own novels is, it's kind of smarmy at best.
I got a book idea for you.
What's
Because
that?
you've done these 4. But O'Reilly makes $1 bajillion on the Killing series.
How much is a bajillion, by the way?
It's more than a Brazilian.
Oh.
That's right.
It's $1 bajillion. We could do Killing Comedy. You could do a book. He does Killing Reagan, Killing Kennedy. You could do a book called Killing Comedy.
We are doing it now.
We are. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. So I've got 4 books. I think John's got.
You can be the Nietzsche of comedy.
The Nietzsche of. Oh, that's
Nietzsche
fun.
of comedy.
All right, I've done my book, Hump. Go.
You did?
Yeah. I humped my books.
He humped his books. Okay. Media Guilds International is a group that I belong to. The Vegas Voice actors are part and parcel of that. Our founder, Betty Lugaris, wonderful lady. I met her initially a few years ago. She was my acting teacher. I took a class. They have a show right here on WWDB. They broadcast every other Monday evening at 8 o'clock. It's a lot of comedy sketches, written actually by cast members. And
Betty.
And Betty. And it's a lot of fun, and we would love for you to tune in. You can watch us, catch us live. You can also catch us in the archives, and it's entertaining as all get out, and I'm part of that too, and I love it. So we'd like it if you guys would tune into that. Favorite charity, Forgotten Friends. PetSmart Adoption Event, Arroyo Crossing, 215 and South Rainbow, noon to 4 p.m. tomorrow. Go and find the love of your life. Adopt, adopt, adopt. There.
You know,
I was speeding it
Here we
up.
go.
no, you don't have to speed.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the speeding is not required here.
Okay.
I'm just looking at, I got the cue from Brian that we had 2 minutes left, and I'm looking at that stupid clock up there, and I'm looking at about 3 minutes right now.
What do we got now?
Nope, that's 2 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do we get?
No, it's not, John.
Oh, no, he's going to...
Come on in with a stupid clock. What is 2 minutes
Okay,
and 50?
show the
Okay,
camera.
fine. Well,
You're not going to show the camera? There you go.
you guys have lost control on anything, including me.
I'm so sorry.
For sponsorships, or if you want to, come on the air and
And sponsor the show and tell us how
Thank
much
you.
you love it and all that good
well,
stuff.
that's your training. That's that Betty Lugaris thing that
Yes.
trained you.
Yes.
And if you have likes or dislikes, that's fine. I don't care either way.
Okay.
Email us at donlewisbarnhart@gmail.com and tell us what you think.
And if you can't catch the show live, but you do want to watch it, you can find us on the archives for WWDBcorp.com or on YouTube. And so if you can't catch us now, catch us in the archives, WWDBcorp.com.
You could catch me at a mobile station.
Aha!
And wait a minute, you just put up the 1 minute sign, and now it's 30
That
seconds?
was 30 seconds ago.
Huh? We got to straighten this out.
Okay.
I'm looking at 45 seconds right now. Boom.
What?
Really?
Hey, Don, do you have a verbal meme today?
Well, John, yes, I do. And it is forgive your enemies. It really messes up their minds. And you all have yourself a bitchin' good day, everybody.
Y'all have yourselves a bitchin' good day, everybody.
And we'll see you Friday.